Why don't track houses look like this anymore? But they look like this instead. People ask me some version of this constantly. Why don't builders build Victorians anymore? Or Tudors? Or real French country estates? The answer is this: it's too expensive. That's true, but it's not the whole story. And it's honestly the least interesting part of the answer. By the end of this video, you'll know the actual 3 reasons a style disappears from new construction, and cost is really just a symptom, not the cause. Victorian homes are defined by the steep, complicated roof lines, the turrets, the wraparound porches, and an enormous amount of ornamental millwork. Turned spindles, brackets, gingerbread trim along every eaves and gable. Almost none of it is structural. All of it is labor, and specifically a very particular kind of labor. That decorative woodwork used to come from trades that specialized in exactly this. Ornamental turning, scroll work, custom brackets. That trade is generally rare today. So every piece of trim is either custom milled at a real premium or approximated with a synthetic stand-in that doesn't quite have the same presence. And the roof itself, with all those intersecting planes, the valleys, is more framing labor and more long-term leak risk than anything else you'd build today. French country is built around heavy masonry, real or manufactured stones, symmetrical massing, hip roofs, arched openings. This one's actually still built fairly regularly, but almost exclusively at the higher end of the market. And the reason is straightforward. Masonry is expensive and slow. Skilled masons cost more per hour than a standard siding crew, and they're harder to book. A full stone or brick exterior is a materials cost multiple that a production builder running 60 houses a year simply cannot absorb across an entire subdivision phase. It's not that French country doesn't work anymore, it's that it only pencils out on a lot count of 1, not 60. Craftsman is actually the exception on the list, and it's worth calling out why. You'll still see Craftsman influenced production homes everywhere. A tapered column here, a gable end there, because that's cheap to fake in a standard production package. It doesn't cost much to nod at the style. But true Craftsman detailing, deep roof overhangs with real exposed rafter tails, genuine tapered stone and wood porch columns, built-in cabinetry inside the house, that level of true to original detail is far rarer, and for the same reason as Victorian, it's still real carpentry labor. Tudor is probably the closest cousin to a Victorian in terms of why it faded. Steep, multiple cross gables, decorative half timbering, small windows set to punched openings. Every one of those cross gables is another roof valley, another flashing detail, another place where water can eventually find its way in over 10 or 20 years. A builder standing behind a warranty on that roof is taking on a real ongoing risk, and every one of those custom flashing details, and specifically window openings, has to be built by hand on site, which stretches the schedule that a production builder needs to keep short and predictable. Modern is the interesting one on this list because the cost driver runs almost backwards from the other 4. There's very little decorative millwork to worry about. The entire point of this style is clean lines and minimal details. The cost instead lives in the systems. Large structural spans that are needed to support walls of glass instead of load-bearing wall sections. Custom window and door packages replace standard sizes almost entirely. And flat or low-sloped roofs need a completely different, higher performance waterproofing membrane than a standard shingled roof. That flat roof is a warranty risk for builders in exactly the same way a complex Tudor roof is, just through a different mechanism. Instead of water running off multiple valleys, you're managing water that wants to pool. So here's the actual answer, and it's 3 things, and they stack on top of each other. 1, roof and envelope complexity. More planes, more valleys, more long-term risk of the one thing a builder warranty actually gets tested on: water getting in. 2, skilled trade scarcity. Masons, plasterers, timber framers, ornamental woodworkers. These trades don't vanish, but there are dramatically fewer of them relative to standard framing and drywall crews, so they cost more and take longer to book. 3, schedule risk. This one connects straight back to the tract home conversation. Natural stone, slate, custom millwork, specialty windows, all of it carries lead times measured in months, not weeks. A production builder's entire model runs on fast, predictable cycle times, lot after lot. One material on a months-long lead time doesn't just cost more, it holds up the whole schedule, and the financing carry cost on land sitting idle stacks up fast. Put those 3 together and the cost stops looking like a standalone reason. Cost is just a result of the other 2. And here's the twist worth knowing. Sometimes the opposite happens entirely. Some subdivisions actually mandate a specific style through architectural control guidelines, often something French country or Craftsman, specifically to keep an entire neighborhood's look consistent from the street. So style isn't always a builder's free choice getting constrained by cost. Sometimes it's the reverse. A design guideline forcing a style, and cost has nothing to do with the decision at all. So the next time someone tells you builders just don't build Victorians or true Tudors anymore because nobody wants them, now you know the real story. It's roof risk. It's trade scarcity. It's what the months-long lead time does to a builder's schedule. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.